Welcome to PCA 2024, brought to you by Right, so we're still at the Drill State booth, and I got to tell you, this thing is packed with superstars. I get to see my man, Master Distiller. I mean, we look at the truck, right? We get to hang out here and have a great time. So I'm gonna hush and let him share some wisdom and love with you right now.
Yeah, my name's Rob Dietrich. I'm the Master Distiller for Blackened Whiskey. We also collaborated with Drew Estate to create the M81 Triple Maduro cigar, as well as we're featuring the S84, excuse me, Shade the Black cigar, which was just a phenomenal addition, the next iteration of the cigar collaboration we did. I gotta tell you, man, it's fun. We're pouring some whiskey up here. We're smoking cigars. We got our kick-ass truck here. This is James Hetfield's truck. We call it the War Wagon. We got our whiskey barrels on the back there. Unfortunately, those whiskey barrels are empty, but people always ask, like, when are we going to crack one of those things open? But it is just a lot of fun just to see the huge footprint here, the amount of excitement and the energy everybody's here. I mean, they love the cigar, love pairing the cigar with the whiskey. It's just absolutely a blast.
So in dealing with being a part of the blend of the cigar, and you're dealing with blending the whiskey and everything else like that, how do those two combine, and how do those two, are they on the polar opposites of how you do what you do?
No, it's similar. Willie and I've talked. Willie Herrera, our blending kind of approach to blending is kind of similar. Even though he's doing that with tobacco, I'm doing it with whiskey. For example, our flagship Blackened whiskey is a blend of bourbon and rye, but I've got 5 different components in there. So it's all about drawing your palate in and kind of bringing it up to this kind of crescendo, and then all the way, drawing it back out. So it gives you a nice long finish, and then layering flavor in between. That's how I approach layering a blend. I have an idea in the beginning of where I want to head to, and then I'm just layering in different whiskeys to get to that point. And Willie has the same thing. When we were working on the cigar, it's about that flavor, and then one component can overwhelm all the other components, and so you kind of have to start over again. So I feel like it's a very similar process, that we do with blending whiskey for blending cigars.
Awesome, and they go well together.
Yeah, I mean, this was a match made in heaven. I mean, it's for me. I love whiskey. I absolutely love whiskey. I love smoking cigars. First time I smoked a cigar was when I was in the Army. I was with the 10th Mountain Division, stationed in Somalia, early '90s, and I was in Kenya, and that was the first time I had a cigar. And I'm like, man, I was smoking cigarettes at the time. Right. I was like, I need to be smoking cigars. All right. And I think just historically they just go so well together. I mean, it really made sense. James Hetfield is a huge cigar smoker. That's how I had the idea during COVID. We were smoking a lot of cigars up at his house in Colorado, and it just seemed natural. I was like, well, why don't we just make our own cigar? And he loved the idea, so I reached out to JD, and the rest is history.
And the rest is history. I was about to say the same thing. Yeah. So, man, I got to tell you, if you haven't tried the Blackened whiskey, I highly recommend you get a hold of you some. And if you haven't tried this cigar, I'm telling you, you need to grab it, because it is a banger for sure. My friend, thank you for giving me a couple of minutes of your time.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got it.